Hello traders, welcome to a new trading day. My name is Somi Aviagbo, market analyst at Greenwave Exchange, and today is 19th May 2022. It's a Thursday. So during the Asian market, we saw the major stock indices and the stock markets generally bled, and that has actually continued even in the London session this morning. But majority of the risk of asset didn't really respond accordingly. The dollar didn't spike up, while the I think the yen, of course, only the yen reacted with some bullish move all across the board. So what I have on the screen now is the volatility index, which is of course a measure of a tracker of the stock market, the S&P 500 especially. So we can see it's moving back to this upper range, which is an indication that perhaps we're going to start getting another range right here. The price is going to, the index is going to start forming a a bottom around there, which means that the price is going to go down further. Okay, because eventually we're going to see a breach above here, and we're going to now get a much higher upper boundary, which is a sign of a very big bearish trend. Okay, unless if the price collapses and come back to this place, that's when we can maybe start anticipating some some big reversal or something like that. But at the moment that's not happening. The stock market is still very weak. So like what we have on the S&P 500, that's it. So price made this minor recovery, a minor shift in sentiment. So we're talking about last week that we're going to see a kind of a shift in sentiment, but it's not really clear whether that's going to be a major or minor. And so we had this minor shift, and then price dropped massively again. And so we should expect further decline way below 3,800. All right, maybe down to 3,700 or something. Okay, so let's see. But we should also look at a wedge pattern, a better wedge pattern around here. Okay, so we could see maybe a minor bounce, then further decline. Okay, before we get another chance for um, a reversal surge. Okay, so that's it for the stock market. That's like the case, the story for the other major stock indices. So talk about Nasdaq, Dow, and all the other major indices, the ones in Europe and all that. Okay, but the dollar and the US Treasury yield didn't really respond with bullish move. So this is what we have on the dollar. The dollar still, although the dollar made a little bounce, but that's not correspondent to what we saw on the S&P 500. So that inverse correlation didn't happen. So which is now a sign that we'll most likely see the dollar plummet further. So in the last update, we actually look at price coming back to this to find support. Okay, to test this diagonal support here, or this horizontal support at 102.35, which means that the major FX will continue to will continue the recovery, okay, that they've been enjoying since late last week. So you look at US 10-year yield, you can see prices is actually moving down, and so after making this minor correction, it's collapsing. Okay, which is a sign that gold gold is going to continue moving up. All right. So when we get to gold, we're going to talk about it. But let's look at the major effects. So Euro US dollar is expected to go higher. So we had this nice surge. We're talking about this zone and this area. Okay, the area between this resistance top and this support zone. So price has gotten really right there, and within those two areas, that was where we saw this decline. But the decline is quite looking corrective, which is an indication that we might see further push up. And with the dollar and US 10 yield both falling at the same time, that's an indication that at least you'll be able to see further rally. Okay, backed up to this at 8.2 retracement, which is 1.065 or thereabout. So that's like a kind of ABC bounce. At least that's what we're expecting for the Euro US dollar. Okay, and so let's look at the US Japanese yen. That's expected to fall further. We also looked at this last week after price made this minor correction. We said if price broke below here, we should expect it to decline, and that's exactly what it's doing. So we should expect a break below 128, this area here. Okay, this one here. Okay, we should expect a break below 127.53, and even this one here, that's around 127. Okay, down to 125.5. So that's like the bearish target for dollar yen. So we're looking at an ABC decline. Okay, so on the dollar CHF as well, in the last update we expected a big decline down to at least 97.31. That's 38.2 retracement, where we have the fourth wave of this previous rally here. And so that's what the price is doing actually. So we should expect further decline, but this is actually looking more impulsive than corrective, which means that dollar CHF might actually shatter 38.2 retracement, maybe down to 0.96. So we're going to see how price plays around here. Okay, so GBP US dollar is expected to go further upside as well. So we're looking at this key support zone and this 1.2639 resistance. So price break is expected to go up to that zone. Okay, that's around just area, the price is around 1.26 or maybe 1.265. Okay, in another ABC corrective run like this. So we can see this ABC. All right, so up to this place. So that's the expectation today for the pound dollar, and the New Zealand US dollar also is expected to continue to move up. So New Zealand and Aussie didn't really respond correspondingly to what we saw on the S&P 500. Oftentimes they follow the flow on the S&P 500 in the direct correlation. Okay, but this time around they are not really they're not really buying all that. All right, and it seems we're going to see further rally. So the dollar is dictating the pace now, much more than the S&P. Okay, so further rally is expected as well. This is like A and a B, and price expected to break above here up to at least 64.75, or maybe as high as 65.50. Okay, 6,500 to 65.50. That's going to be the next bullish target for New Zealand US dollar. And the same scenario on the Aussie dollar. So price is making this correction. So here it looks as if we are having an ABC here, an ABC here. Price is breaking upwards, and so further rally to 38.2, or this zone here is expected. So that's between 0.72 and 0.727. Okay, so that's the expectation for the Aussie dollar. All right, and for the USD CAD, further decline also. So we had from our expectation in the last update, we looked at price falling further to at least 1.273, where we had this previous fourth wave ended, and so that's not really changed. So we're expecting further move downwards. All right, before any chance of bullish reversal there. Okay, so and gold. So with the S&P, with the US Treasury yield falling sharply and expect to fall more, there is a very high likelihood that gold is going to jump to 1858. Okay, so we have this impulse surge here, and price is looking corrective. Maybe another minor decline here, and then once it breaks above here, then we should see further rally to 1858 to 1860, at least in an ABC move in the minimum. So that's the expectation for gold, and a Bitcoin is okay. Bitcoin is still within this correction, so it looks like we're going to see higher correction for the fourth wave of this degree here. So price made the first leg here A, and then second leg. This looks like a WXY structure, so WX, and so once price breaks above here like this, then I think we should be able to see further rallies to maybe 33,000. All right, so 33,000 to 34,000 before the bears take it over again. Okay, so the final target I'm looking at is 23,000. So at 23,000 we're going to see what the price is going to do. Okay, so this is the first target, so the second target is 23,000. Okay, but I expect further rally to complete this corrective move. To complete this corrective move before the price starts to move downwards. Okay, so this looking like a WXY, um, a WXY formation, right? WXY, right? So that's it. And then let's look at the oil price, the oil market. Now, in the last update, we looked at the oil price falling sharply from here. So this is a very very fantastic stuff there. So we're looking at here and this diagonal resistance. So together, and so we anticipated price to fall from there. Okay, so from the look of things, the long-term forecast for the US oil, in my own opinion, is still around that $80. So price is still in the corrective phase. If you go to the daily time frame, say price is still very much in this corrective phase. All right, so this is like the first leg of the correction. The second leg is completed, and then the third leg is expected to happen. So I'm looking at a WXY formation. So where we have this W here and this X here, and then if price continues further downwards, then we may see a 38.2 retracement, which is around $80. All right, so that's my expectation for oil, and it hasn't really changed until there is a very very clear change in sentiment. Okay, so that's it for the oil price, and that's going to be the end for all the major assets today. So thank you very much for watching this. I'm going to see you in the next one. Have a very wonderful trading day. Bye.